They killed him. They actually killed the character. Mortal Kombat 2 did something insane. It took the main guy, the person we followed through the whole movie, and crushed his skull on screen with a giant hammer. No fake out, no last minute save, just blood. And that's only the beginning of this crazy ending. While half the cast is getting slaughtered during the tournament, there's another plan unfolding in hell. An ancient necklace that makes the villain unkillable, and a twist that completely flips the entire franchise upside down. Stay with me, because this gets dark. Let's talk about Cole Young, the guy everyone hated in the first movie. Yeah, he's dead now. And not movie dead, not he'll wake up in the next scene dead. Shao Kahn, the Emperor of Outworld, the absolute monster of this universe, obliterates Cole's head with a single swing. The entire theater gasped. But here's where it gets twisted. Cole actually wins the fight first. He lands the killing blow, stabs Shao Kahn straight through the chest. Huge mistake. Because Shao Kahn, he's wearing the Amulet of Shinnok, powered by stolen energy from Raiden himself. Which means he isn't just powerful, he's immortal. The wound heals instantly. Shao Kahn smiles, and Cole realizes, way too late, that he just brought a knife to a god fight. Now here's what most people didn't catch. This isn't just a brutal death scene. This movie is literally roasting the video game. In the Mortal Kombat games, Shao Kahn was one of the most hated bosses of all time. Why? Because he cheated. Insane health, unblockable attacks, perfect AI. Players got frustrated, controllers got destroyed, friendships ended. And the movie turned that frustration into part of the story. Shao Kahn is literally cheating with the amulet. He's the boss fight you're not supposed to beat because the game itself is rigged. That's genius. That's respect for the source material. But don't worry, this story isn't over, because while everyone's mourning Cole, the real plan is already happening somewhere else. Cut to Johnny Cage, Carl Urban, smirking, wearing sunglasses, in hell. While the tournament turns into a complete bloodbath, Johnny's off on a mission, and this is where the movie becomes incredible. He's breaking into the Netherrealm, actual demon hell. And with him, a resurrected Kano, because of course they brought back the trash-talking psychopath, and Hanzo Hasashi, the human form of Scorpion. Their target? Noob Saibot. Bihan didn't just become Sub-Zero's evil counterpart. He became a shadow wraith guarding the amulet, and they need to steal it back. This whole sequence feels like Ocean's 11 mixed with Doom. Now, if you're a fan of the games, you know Johnny Cage was always treated like a joke character, the Hollywood actor, the guy who punches people in the crotch. But this movie changed that completely. During the Netherrealm fight, Johnny's powers finally awaken. Not just some green glow, not just flashy energy effects. He unleashes the Shadow Kick, his move from the games, and it shatters the Amulet of Shinnok into dust. Everything changes in that moment. The amulet that's been draining Raiden's power, the cheat code keeping Shao Kahn alive, gone. Johnny Cage, the joke character, just became the key to everything. Raiden's power floods back. Thunder explodes across the sky, and Shao Kahn realizes something terrifying. He's mortal again. Now he's standing in the arena, face to face with Kitana. This is it, the final fight. And it's not Liu Kang, it's not Scorpion, it's Kitana, the princess whose father was murdered by Shao Kahn, the woman whose entire life was built on lies. The rage she's carried for years finally explodes. She pulls out the razor fans. Shao Kahn charges, and she absolutely dices him. Not a quick death, not some dramatic speech. She turns his head into confetti with her blades in a brutal callback to her classic fatality. And for one brief second, the camera even locks into a classic 2D side view. An homage so perfect, so respectful, longtime fans completely lost their minds. This is how you honor a legacy. But a lot of people walked out of the theater confused about one thing. Wait, no post-credit scene? Seriously? Wrong. There's no Marvel-style teaser, but if you stayed through the credits, the ones with the anime-style character art, you caught two massive Easter eggs. First, Ed Boon himself appears as a bartender talking to Johnny Cage, and he tells Johnny that he used to be more animated, which is a genius meta joke because Johnny was originally a digitized sprite in the old games. Then, after the final credit fades to black, you hear it, the scream, Mortal Kombat, followed by the legendary Techno Syndrome theme. The tournament isn't over, not even close. And here's where everything comes together. Cole is dead. Liu Kang is dead. Jax's soul is trapped in the Netherrealm. But in Mortal Kombat, death is basically an inconvenience. The movie ends with Raiden, Sonya, Johnny, and Kitana planning a rescue mission into Hell itself to bring their warriors back. And they've captured Quan Chi, the necromancer sorcerer who controls life and death. Which means Mortal Kombat 3 is setting up something massive. We're not talking about tournaments anymore. We're talking war. Armies of the undead, corrupted gods, and Scorpion's entire revenge arc finally coming full circle. This feels like the Avengers Endgame of Mortal Kombat, and honestly, they're just getting started. So let's talk. Cole Young, hated in the first movie, died a hero's death and will probably return as a revenant in MK3. Johnny Cage, played by Carl Urban, completely stole the show and proved this franchise finally understands its characters. And Katana finally got the respect she deserved. This doesn't feel like just another video game movie anymore. This feels like a franchise that finally gets it. Now I want to hear from you. Are you happy Cole got benched? Was Carl Urban the perfect Johnny Cage? And who do you think is returning in MK3? Drop your theories in the comments. Hit that like button if this breakdown helped you catch something you missed. And subscribe, because if Mortal Kombat 3 really goes full Netherrealm War, it's going to be absolute chaos. And you're definitely going to want the full breakdown when it drops.